Hey y'all, welcome back to Not Your Average Accountant Podcast with me, AP Rose. What's up, y'all? It's been a minute. I'm back. Yeah, I know I just wasn't in the right mood to record. I don't know, it's like I be wanting to record, but I guess I just don't feel like starting to talk. But yeah, I'm back. As you can see, I got my little, this is my work outfit that I got on, my hoodie. I think my brother hoodie. I don't know what to say. What is it? We love dirty. Yeah, I don't know. It's my little brother's shirt. But yeah, this is my work outfit. I'm chilling. I'm cold. Um, my hair is a little, it's cute still, but it's still a little crunchy. I ain't feel like put no water on it yet. But I'm here and I'm back, and I'm glad to see y'all. All right, y'all. I know the last time, I think I remember I was talking about I was going on my birthday trip, so definitely go get into that a little later. It was a week trip, so I'll probably see how long I can get in, just 30 minutes or so. But I want to get right into the BBW Black Business of the Week. I am going to shout out Clean Body and Skin, if I'm not mistaken. They are a beauty product, natural and clean body, hair, and skin, and that's clean spelled with KLEN. Okay, so y'all can shout them out, and their Instagram is clean KLEN body, hair, and skin. Check them out. They got some good products coming out. They have this product called the Simply and Soft right now, and they have a special going on right now for 20% off. So definitely check them out. And you definitely want to get the Nutrient Overload hair cream because that is very good. I use that on my hair. So check out that. BBW Black Business of the Week. And y'all can also, if you need a facial, you want to get your beard, looking all luscious and stuff. Get you, if you wanted a brow lamination or just a good relaxing facial to go to sleep, hit me up at Rose Leo Aesthetics. That is ROSELEOESTETICS. Yeah, that's me. Oh, speaking of that, your girl passed her first examination to be a licensed esthetician. Pew, pew, pew. So if y'all didn't know, to become a licensed esthetician, there's two parts to it. You have to take the written part, and you have to take that first before you move on to the second part, which is the practical. And the practical is when you do hands-on, showing them that you know the techniques and that you know what you're doing. So I am getting prepared now for the practical. I passed the written. I passed this. I don't even care what the score was. I passed that whole. What I would definitely give to people that are in the same state that I am in and preparing for the exam, I created my own study guide because, such a nerd. But I created my own study guide based on what we were using in our class. So I took, in our school, we were using Elevate as a study material, and we will have TDLR tests on there to take for each chapter. And what I realized that because in school all we hear is TDLR, that I didn't realize. I thought that was like a overall universal thing, but that's just for Texas, literally, because it's Texas Department of Licensing and Regulation, I think. Damn. I don't even know what the TDL stands for. I just know they the big guys up there. You don't want to fuck with them, and you don't want to get your license revoked or your business. But yeah, so I took those tests and made it to my own study guide, and I used the book. The book is actually useful, y'all. That I think it's a TDLR book with that lady on the front with the pink and stuff. That is a good book to use because that has all of the state the licensing questions that they have. But honestly, what I was telling people is we really know this shit. We just need to study it. You know what I mean? We actually know what's on the tips. We just literally need to study and not think too much on it because we're we don't know what to expect. We don't know anything because no one taught us that much. So it's like we're kind of going in there just unprepared. But we really are prepared. We just feel like we're not. So that's what I tell people, like, just relax. Like, we know this, so it's okay. Now with this practical, I'm not nervous, but I think I just nervous because I don't know what to expect again. Because yeah, haven't heard any feedback from others, taking a practical that we went to school with, so we don't know what to expect. So I'll probably be the first one in my group of classmates to do the practical, but I'm excited. I finally started studying or just looking at videos to prepare. I came up with what is that called? Is it an acronym? Whatever, like for each beginning letter, for the practical to know which bags to use in order. So this is what I came up with, y'all. So I came up with PECs. Many men will believe everything. So that's how I remember stuff, y'all. So PECs is the pre-examination setup bag, the eyelash strip bag, the cleansing service bag, and the steam bag. And then you have the mini men, which is the massage bag, and then the mask and moisturize bag, mini man will wax bag, and then you got the blood incident bag, and then lastly is the end of examination bag. So yeah, so that's how I needed to remember like which bag to use in order when I get there. I'm going to start going over like some run-throughs this week just so I can prepare myself for that exam. And also, ladies, or anybody, ladies, men, when you prepare for the practical, make sure you look up the testing site when you're ready to take the test, because what I found out is Houston is really booked up for these practicals. Like when I took my test, I took it before I left, so that was August 16th. And when I was about to, I think it was that next week that I was calling to schedule my practical, all of the all the test taking centers were filled up in September, and I was in August. So yeah, I wouldn't be able to take the test in Houston, practical in Houston, until like the middle of October. And I was like, I don't feel like waiting. So the other option was to go to Dallas or San Antonio. And so I'm going to drive to Dallas to take the test at the end of the month, hoping that I get my car back, because I finally got my car in the shop, y'all, to get my bumper fixed. Somebody hit me, and yeah. So I finally got that. So that's what I just realized when I was coming on to record. It was like, damn, I was preparing to go to Dallas, have a good ass time, go to the fair, and go watch some football, college football, and take my exam. But now I'm like, am my car gonna be ready? So we'll see. I am going to hope for the best, and everything will work out as it should. So yeah, that's that. I want to get into this just one movie that I recently watched, y'all, that I'm like, hold on, let me get the name of it. But I'm like so mad that I fucking watched the movie. And I don't know if that's like good to say, you know what I mean? Because like I saw the reviews, but I was like, nah, I'm gonna give it a chance. Y'all people be tripping on the internet. So this is a Netflix movie, and oh shucks, okay, got a text. I'm about to call my friend in a little bit. I totally forgot to call her back yesterday. Damn, I be forgetting stuff, y'all. I was actually in a work mode yesterday, so I was really proud of myself. Like, but anyways, the movie is called End of the Road on Netflix, and it is by and featuring Queen Latifah, Ludacris, and these two kids. Y'all, the worst movie ever. Y'all know how bad it was that my boyfriend literally was like standing up, like he was mad at the movie, ready to fight the screen. Like the movie got me all like tensed up, like my heart palpitations, like, yo, this is so stupid. Why are we watching this? Why did you make this movie? What was the point of the movie? Like, why? So the running joke that I have with my boyfriend is we watched the movie Step Sisters on Netflix. And I had kept seeing the marketing and stuff on Netflix, but I never watched it. So he was like, let's watch it. That was probably the number one worst movie ever. It's like bad. And now the movie I just watched with Queen Latifah, End of the Road, is up there. Like I'm really gotta what's so bad, I'm gonna have to watch Step Sisters again to see just which one is the top worst movie of all time that I've ever watched. So yeah, it's like I kept giving it a try. Queen Latifah had this bad, and I ain't talking about good badass. I mean like a badass wig on that was ugly. Like she had these dreads, wig on. I'm just like, come on now, you could have did better with that, Queen Latifah. So the whole gist of the movie was Queen Latifah was moving from Cali to Houston with her two kids and her brother. The dad died. Something happened to him, like he was sick. So they moving, and the kids giving her all this like back talk and stuff. Like the kids really made me want to give them a damn whooping because they was getting on my nerves. Like, bitch, shut the fuck up. Like, I don't condone spankings, this new age parenting, but like this time you needed to get a backhand. I ain't never had a backhand before, so I don't know, but that's how bad these kids were, like tripping and talking back and questioning. Like the one boy, he's sitting there, they heard gunshots in the hotel room next to them, and the young boy like, Mom, like, bitch, you shut the fuck up. Like, they just ruined the whole scene. It's crazy, I can't even give y'all the gist of the movie because it's so stupid that I still don't even realize what was the gist of the movie. Like, I don't even know, y'all. It was like they had got some money. The brother had stole some money from the guy who had got shot in the hotel room next door. So he stole his money because he saw it in a bag. And then I guess the money belonged to some big cartel dude. And the cartel dude ended up being the sheriff that was trying to investigate the murder that happened. And Queen Latifah and Ludacris, I guess, their dad was in the military, so he taught them how to fight. So that was supposed to be like the action scenes when Queen Latifah somehow got caught in a desert with some white people that were dirty, and she had to fight them, even though she didn't really fight them because all she said was like, "Oh, this Mr. Cross money, y'all don't want to deal with that," and they just stopped messing with her. Like it was so stupid, like because at the end of the movie, they basically kept the money because no one knew who Mr. Cross was. They didn't know. Yeah, it was so weird. Just like, what was the point? Like, what was the point? Yeah. So if you want to watch that, I'll definitely say you should be under the influence of something so that you can relax while watching it. So yeah. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna get into my trip. I probably should have did this at the beginning of the trip when I first. Okay, I'm gonna answer these text messages later, but I'm gonna get at the beginning of my trip because I know it's probably been a minute. I may have forgot, but how could I forget that amazing trip, y'all? Orlando. I definitely got to go back because it was really fun. Dang, I went back too far. Oh yeah, I did. But it was amazing. I definitely need some more solo trips, like for sure solo all the way through. Yeah. Let's see, y'all. So my birthday month was really good though. Like I got to go see Toby Nwigwe at his album release party. Like it was so cool because now seeing all the videos that he put in out, like he had already showed them at the album release party. So I felt so cool being able to attend that, being around the likes of others. Took some bachata or samba classes. I forgot, but I took some dancing classes. That was fun. Dang, I'm trying to get to when I first started. Oh, I did have an amazing experience on the 14th of August. That was one of the full moons at Sweet Love Sanctuary. That's another BBW. I should shout out, Black business. Um, but yeah, the Sweet Love Sanctuary is just an amazing, amazing, wonderful place to be. Um, I don't know. I just felt like I'm home. You know what I mean? Every time I go over there, like, yeah, it's so amazing. I'm just looking at this picture that I took, and it was just like, I love this picture. I don't know if I can show y'all, but this is the picture. It looks so cute. But yeah, that was an amazing experience there. I love going to the full moons at the Sweet Love Sanctuary, and I can't wait to finally do my Orisha reading. My goal is to do it at least before the end of the year. I know it's going to happen, but I'm definitely getting my reading and my goddess vibe because I know I need it. Okay, y'all. So what I did initially that I wanted to do differently was, I don't know if you know, but for certain airlines, they have different clubs in the airport where you can go sit and wait for your flight. And it's like free food, free drinks, alcoholic drinks free. And some of them have showers and stuff there, sleeping beds to sleep. Like, it's just like I'm in a whole secluded area of an airport. And so I decided I took United. Yeah, I took United to Orlando. And so what I did was buy a pass, which was only like $50, I think $30 or $50. And it's a pass that you can use and go. It was so cool because I had a meeting to do before I took off on the flight. So it was so weird. I had these headphones on and but it was like, it's so business professional. And it was just like quiet and chill. It's not all loud and stuff. Cause literally I stayed there the whole time until it was time for me to get onto my plane. And yeah, I definitely would arrive even earlier than I wanted to. That's why I probably should have drove, but it's okay. It all worked out how it worked out. But now I know that if I want to go back to the club, I want to arrive there early so I have enough time to drink because I didn't have enough time to drink my mimosas. I only had 2 or 3. And it was because it was so bubbly, like the good bubbles. So I couldn't even be mad. So yeah, that was wonderful. And my flight was good. No issues there. I know, I'm just looking. So I finally arrived to my room. So my best friend and her niece had met me out there for the first half of my trip, which I was cool for. If y'all know me, I don't mind going anywhere or doing anything by myself. So I was fine doing me, going to Disney World, Universal Studios by myself. Like, I was okay with that. Like, that doesn't move me or make me feel better or anything. Like, I'd rather do that than deal with crazy nonsense. But I always tell my friend about stuff, but what I realized I had to tell them when I initially think about it and then when I'm about to buy. So now I know that in the future. But so yeah, so we were just chilling, literally just chilled the night. Then the next morning, we went to Universal Studios, which is so fun. And it was so different, too, from the last time I went, because it looked like they split Universal Studios in 2. Because I don't remember. I thought only going to one Universal Studios, that's where I rode the Hulk roller coaster. And I thought that was all in one, but it looked like it's divided. I was going to look up that and research to see did they like divide it all of a sudden to different sides. But it was cool because now what they do with the rides is they made them into like 4D type of rides. So it's not really a roller coaster like you gotta like go in loops in the air. It's just you literally sit in the seat probably with a screen, or you move it real quick but you still seated down and not really buckled, you know what I mean? But it was cool because it was a different experience. And I like that's kind of smart with less liability when doing roller coasters and stuff, and probably the maintenance on trying to fix those roller coasters. It's probably easier now because everybody's doing 4D, so there's probably be more companies that are available to help them if they have any problems with those 4D rides. That was all good. So we did a Jimmy Fallon ride. We did the Transformers ride, Despicable Me, Fast and the Furious. Oh, and they had the Harry Potter world there. That I definitely probably would go back just for that, because I want to go on the train the next time, so I know to get that train because it's like two different parts. It's like the where is it when you at the why can't I think of the place? The court. I think you're the courthouse is where we were, and then to go over is when you go somewhere else. When you get to ride the ride, we rode the Harry Potter ride, but it was a different one. We rode with. I'm trying to remember what the ride was. I don't know, but it was cool. It was really cool to like see how they made it just like Harry Potter in the movie. Even like the outside I noticed it, I was like, oh, this is supposed to be like London when it's just look like normal houses. Then when you go inside, it's a whole bunch of witches and stuff going on. So yeah, it was pretty cool. So I'll definitely go back to Universal for Harry Potter world. This Despicable Me ride was good. That one seemed like everybody was waiting in line for that. And the Men in Black ride, that was probably one of my favorites too. Yeah, but I was a big kid. I had a great time. Yeah, I definitely go back. It was so cool because like my best friend niece, she's a teenager, like preteeny, I believe. And like we were going on all these rides, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, I gotta go watch that movie when I get home because it's like Men in Black One. That's what like 1999, I think. And then what E.T. She's like, "Oh, I gotta watch that." And then even on like some old Homer Simpson, like the Homer Simpson ride. Um, yeah, it was so funny. Even the Harry Potter, she was like, "Oh, I gotta go watch those." It was just like, oh my gosh, she making me feel old because like she said she's gonna go watch these shows. But yeah, that was cool. So then the next day we just kind of chilled. Went out to eat. That's really it. And I just had they had left, and so I finally had my time to myself. Um, and then it was off to the cruise. Yeah, it was such a good time, y'all. So my driver, no, not my driver to the port. I had went to the port to go eat on the water first before going to the cruise. So from my Uber driver from the port to the cruise ship, she literally sang me happy birthday, y'all. Like I really wanted to tip her some more, but I was like, I need this money so I can get me some more drinks on the ship. I can't tip that much, but she was really nice though, and it was so sweet. Y'all, I had the best time on the cruise. I can literally say I definitely will have to go again for another solo cruise. And of course, it's better if other people are there, but I would not have changed it. Like, I was having so much good time that I was falling asleep like normal people hours. And that's not me. Like, I'm a night owl. So it's like, I kept trying to, well, I don't know, but on a cruise, sometimes they have some clubs on there. And I was like, oh, the DJ in the front deck, he was jamming. So I was like, okay, if he the DJ in the club, I definitely want to go because he was Caribbean. So I know he's gonna get some jams. But y'all, I was so tired by the end of the day that I never made it to the club. Like I literally on the last night that we was able to go, I set a timer to wake up to go to the club, and I still didn't make it. I woke up when I heard the alarm, but I was just so tired that I couldn't even move, y'all. It was just because that was So I decided to do the drink package and the cheers package, and that one is with all you can drink alcohol and any other drinks. So so I went on Carnival Cruise. Let me tell y'all that Carnival Cruise, and my ship was Carnival Liberty. So that was my first time on that ship. Dang, I can't remember my ship I went on my first time. My first time on a cruise was when I graduated college, and we did a whole family trip. And we did 7-day cruise to Mexico, Jamaica, and Cayman Islands. And this cruise, and we left out of New Orleans. This cruise I left out of Orlando. And this was a 3-day cruise just to Binima, Bahamas. So yeah, I really like that. I will say the ship, I did kind of turn my nose up at the ship because it was like they had this disgusting smell, like somebody threw up or something, and they just couldn't get it out. But it was only on a part of a ship, and it wasn't on the side of the ship that my room was on, so I wasn't tripping. But yeah, so on the drink package, you're able to get 15 alcoholic drinks per day. And then for that, you got to pay the package before you begin your trip. So it was like $50, I think, per day. So it was 3-day cruise. So I literally had to $50 or $60. And so I was really debating that I really want to spend that money because that was basically the amount of money that I had paid for the cruise. And I'm like, that's me doubling the money that I paid. But on the deal that I got when I booked my cruise, I was able to get $100 credit on board. So that means once you get onto the ship, then you got $100 to use to anything towards your drinks, towards purchasing anything. And I didn't know that I could use that to purchase my drink package. And then when I finally realized that, I was like, oh, this is all I needed. And what I just paid was $50 for that package instead of like $200. So I was like, oh, that's perfect. That's all that I need. So that's why everything was working out as it should for my trip. And I was just so thankful and blessed that it was. Like I got a balcony. Now that I know what a balcony feels like, I think I can never go back to a regular state room on a cruise. I had to have a balcony because I don't know, you just felt one at water with the water, like waking up to see just water and the sun when you wake up in the middle of the ocean. I just laid there sometimes. Like I even laid on the floor on the little chair they had out there, and I would go out there to sober up really. Because I was trying to count my drinks because I was trying to make it my goal to get to 15. I don't think I lost count. I got to look at my phone because I was trying to take pictures of all the drinks that I had to see where I was going to be. But yeah, I could make it. I just had to time myself out. But I was having so much fun. Because even like at dinner, you have assigned seating, with your people that you went on a cruise with. So I guess they had a table with just singles on there, people who were by themselves. And I ain't gonna lie, my table was lit. That was just the singles. Like I feel like we was the lit table and knew what we wanted and stuff. So that was pretty cool. So I was talking to them, like I don't feel like when I travel and stuff by myself, I'm talkative more. Like I don't mind talking to people more. And I think that's just the traveling, bug in you. It's like you're traveling, and that's the whole point of meeting new people, seeing new things, experiencing new adventures. So yeah, it was wonderful. And this lady, the black lady that was in the table with me, dining table, she taught us some things too. Was like, I thought she had to only order one thing, for each course on the menu. Nah, she said, that's all you can eat. So we noticed her getting like 2 appetizers and stuff. She's like, I'm just trying everything. I was like, so the next night I ordered me the 2 appetizers I wanted to try. I think I had 2 entrees too and just one dessert. Yeah. I was like, all right, I know now. It's like, that's why you got to get used to them regular cruises who cruise all the time because they be knowing to know. And but it was wonderful. I literally can't complain because especially when we got to Benima, Bahamas, because that was my whole thing. I was trying to debate if I wanted to go on a cruise or just fly straight to Benima, Bahamas and stay at the resort there. Well, now I know I'm definitely staying at the resort because that was one of the excursions you can go on once you got off the cruise. Because it's only Benima was the only stop that we were going to. So you had different excursions, but I didn't really want to do any of those. And the reason was because I think I was by myself. And the last time I did it, my brother was with me. So I was like, I don't want nobody fucking try to drown me or kill me. And I'm just the only one here. Who else gonna know? You know what I mean? That I'm not here. So I don't know. I'm not thinking, whatever. But also, I just wanted a chill day at the beach to see some fucking beautiful water that's not Galveston water. So yeah, that was that. So I chose to go to the resort. and just have a day pass there to be able to go to their different beaches and bars and other amenities that they had. And I literally just stayed at the beach and the swim bar that they had. And my goal was, sorry to say this, but my goal was to buy one drinks and get the rest for free. I mean, just got to be real there. And it's exactly what happened. That's why I say everything was working how it's supposed to be working for my birthday trip. Like, and then while I was at the swim bar, I met another girl who was traveling by herself too, because she was from Miami. So she had just took a ferry from Miami to Benima for the day. And so it was so cool. So me and her was vibing the whole time, getting us some free drinks. She was young. And it was just nice. I love her energy. So I was like, I just keep meeting great people. And even the bartenders, they were great. That's really why I want to go back, because the bartenders were great. It was just great to see some beautiful Black people. Yeah, it just allowed us to have a great time. They had a good DJ too while we was drinking at the swim up bar. So it was just like, I was like, oh, I definitely got to come back. At least stay for 3 days. I would stay 3 to 4 days at that resort. It was beautiful. I had some great pictures. Yeah, that was the night that I was trying to go back to the club on a cruise, and I was just, them drinks from Benima had me, because that was different. That was, I figured out those drinks were different from what they were serving us on the cruise. Like, because the dude literally at the swim bar was just giving us different drinks that he was making for different people and letting us try it out and stuff like that. So it was just like, yeah, I didn't know what I was drinking. I was just getting fucked up. So it come times for the end of the cruise. I'm literally trying to figure, where I'm going to stay, because I had the cruise came back on a Monday and I leave on a Tuesday. So I was like, oh, I got to find somewhere to stay for the next, for the night. Again, everything works for the good. So I was on hotels.com. So that's what I use sometimes to book rooms and stuff. And hold on, somebody at the door. But I was able to get a room for like less than $20, and it was like $100. I think it was $6 or $12 or something like that, because I had so many different bookings before, so they add up and I got me my points. So it was like wonderful. But y'all, on my way to, so I took a shuttle from the cruise back to the airport because that was the easiest. Why our bus break down, y'all? The bus literally broke down. All right. I'll be back real quick, y'all. I gotta go answer the door. All right. All right, y'all. I'm back. But what I was saying is that the bus broke down. And yeah, all I could do was laugh because it reminded me of when I was in London, Paris, whatever. No, took a bus from Paris to London and the bus broke down. So I was just like, I think buses and me are not a good thing. It's like I try to be eco-friendly, and it's just telling me that I'm just a bougie person. So yeah, our bus broke down and we literally had to wait on the side of the road for a new bus to come. People were literally getting Ubers off the highway in Orlando. Like, I was like, I didn't think that was, I thought that was a safety concern for Uber, but I guess not in the times of need like this. So yeah, like it was so bad. Like we had ambulance come, a helicopter. I actually need to email that man back because he ain't called me back yet. Because I sent them a complaint. Like, this is unacceptable. Like the bus started smoking, y'all. That's how bad it was. But other than that, that was probably the only crazy thing that happened on my trip that was, I guess, bad per se. And I can't wait for my next trip. I do want to take one last trip, though, before the end of the year. Because I never had, like, a winter trip before. And also, like, the holidays. I mean, my family at this point in time are not really doing things to get together unless with their own families. So it's like, you know what? Fuck it. I don't have to go to family gatherings if it's not going to be one. I might as well travel and have a good time. You know what I mean? So yeah, I want to take one last trip somewhere cold, or at least a cabin or snow. At least one of the two. So yeah, trying to see what else. Oh, you see my mental health check. What do I have? Let's see. I don't know, y'all. Well, I guess I can say is I need to be more consistent with my with my trying to see what I want to say. I don't know what to say. Task? I don't know what. That's not the right word I want to say. I guess being more consistent with like meditating and stuff, or um, like when you wake up. Why can I think not a task, but a schedule? Can I think of the word? But your whole go-to thing. Yeah, because I noticed that I was when I was reading my chakra book and doing the different chakras opening from any that was blocked, I can say that did help. So I guess being more mindful and being more consistent. Yeah, that's what I want to be. Definitely want to be more consistent with this. I know I say that all the time, but I definitely want to be consistent, y'all. I'm trying to see what else. I got other stuff to talk about, but I just wanted to talk about my trip. I know it's been a while. Maybe by then, probably. I would say maybe the next time I hear from y'all, talk to y'all, I'll be licensed. But we'll see. Gotta see. Make sure my car get ready in time. Definitely don't watch that movie End of the Road by Queen Latifah. And I would definitely say don't be scared to do anything or travel by yourself, y'all. I know people look at me and think, oh, she just doing it big, but y'all, this all took some time. It really did. I started when started doing stuff on my own, so I just got tired of waiting on other people. And when I missed the opportunity to go see somebody in concert or something happened, and I was just over it. That's when I decided to all right, I gotta do it on my own if others not going to going to come with the money or come with the time that I want to go. So my first thing was I started going to the movies by myself. I think that was probably one of the start of it. Yeah, I did that in my old apartment. Go to the movies by yourself. Then I started going to eat by myself. And then I was like, okay, let me see if I can go out by myself. And that's when I kind of, I was like, okay, so I can do these things. And then my first traveling by myself, I think, is when I did Boston. Yes, when I went to Boston for a turnaround trip to go see Deez and Mero. Boo Deez and Mero for breaking up. Anyway, yeah, for when I went to Boston to go see Deez and Mero live, that was my first solo trip. And I can say it was fun. That trip was definitely a good trip because I was so hungover for my flight the next day that I was throwing up on the flight, and the lady thought that I was sick because I was scared of flying. It was this nice old lady, gave me a bag and stuff. I was just thankful for that. But no, y'all, it takes time to get to the point of travel by yourself, and especially out the country and even out the state. Because a lot of people haven't been out their own state or their own city. So yeah, I actually think everyone should give it a try. Solo travel. Or at least just having one thing that you do by yourself. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's my goal. Being able to be on your own is okay. It's not that you're a loner and stuff, and that may be true, but it's not everyone can say that they, been out the country on their own. You know what I mean? Went to Paris, went to London on a solo trip on their own. You know what I mean? So it's just having that your free time, your me time is really crucial, I believe, for everyone. Because again, we all want to be surrounded by love, by people, but at the end of it all, it's just us. We came out the pussy by ourselves. We're going to die by ourselves. So it is what it is. Until next time, y'all, thanks for stopping by. Not Your Average Accountant Podcast. Bye.